It's our last lesson for the week, lesson 56, and we are going to read some sentences and even write one. And then I have another sound to introduce to you. Say the sounds from our sound wall. Say your sounds for each letter. Try and say them before I do. A, D, F, O, S, K, M, I, T, P. Now say the letter names. H, A, D, F, O, S, R, C, M, I, T, P. Now we'll read your tricky words. Do, to, the, I, do, my, is, to, as. Say your vowel sounds. A, I, O. Words are made up of phonemes. When we stretch out a word, we can hear the individual phonemes. Let's stretch out the word at to see how many phonemes there are. At. There are 2 phonemes in the word at. Say the 2 phonemes in at. At. Now stretch out the word sat to listen for the phonemes. Sat. How many did we hear? There were 3 phonemes in the word sat. Say the 3 phonemes with me. S-A-T. Sat. Stretch out the word spat until we hear all the phonemes. Spat. How many were there? 4 phonemes in the word spat. Blend the 4 phonemes with me. Spat. Spat. That's a word from the story we read yesterday, where the naughty rat spat at the cat. We will use our train template to count phonemes in words. The first word is tent. Tick a box every time we hear a sound. T, e, n, t. How many are there? 4 phonemes in the word tent. The next word is star. Star. How many phonemes? 3. How many phonemes in the word on? O-n. How many were there? Only 2. Now stretch out cat and tick for each phoneme. K-a-t. 3 phonemes in cat. The next word is from. F-r-o-m. How many phonemes in the word from? 4. Now you try. Sound out the phonemes in the word bus. Sound out the phonemes in trim. The next word is cot. Count the phonemes in the word trap. Tick off the phonemes in tram. The next word is up. Now say and count the phonemes in ramp. And the last word is sips. The next activity is to read words the fast way, and then I'll use those words in a sentence for you to read. You have just read two of the words in this sentence. Your tricky words are underlined. Let's start on the left. Ready? My hat is hot. Put it together smoothly. My hat is hot. Read the next two words. Starting on the left, read the sentence. I hid the ham. Now put it together fluently. I hid the ham. Read the next three words. And putting those words into a sentence. Is his cat sad? Putting it together fluently. Is his cat sad? Notice the question mark at the end of the sentence. That is because this is a question. Read the next two words. Have a go at reading this last sentence on your own. Remember that all sentences begin with a capital letter. And full stops are used to end a sentence. Question marks are used to end asking sentences. This sentence says, "Do cats mop?" You can see the question mark at the end. This lets us know that the sentence is a question. Names also begin with capital letters. Have you been practicing to write your name? Yesterday, I wrote a sentence to match this picture. Pat my cat. I began by picking out my tricky word, my. I then sounded out the phonemes in the word pat and chose the letters that represented those phonemes. P represented by P, I used A, and T is represented by T. P-A-T spells pat. Now I have pat my. The last word I need is cat. So I stretched out the phonemes in the word cat. K, a, t. And then I chose the letters to represent those sounds. C for k, A for a, and T for t. Now it says pat my cat. This is nearly a sentence. However, sentences begin with capital letters and end with punctuation such as a full stop. So I needed to change out the P for a capital letter P and add a full stop to the end to make a sentence. Then I can reread it. Pat my cat. Yes, a sentence that makes sense. The last thing I need to do is write my sentence down on paper. Once I have written it, remembering my capital letter full stop and spaces between words, I can read it to check it. Pat my cat. Yes, that's a good sentence. After this lesson, I want you to make your own sentence. You will need your phoneme tiles, tricky word cards, and the full stop card. You might choose my sentence, pat my cat, or Tam is at the tram, or Sam sips at the tap. Whichever sentence you choose, remember to use capital letters to begin sentences and a full stop at the end. The next phoneme for our sound wall is the sound eh. Say eh.
Hi there. Today we are going to learn to make the eh sound. To make the eh sound, our tongue is naturally in the bottom part of our mouth. And we need to turn our mouth into an oval shape, like this. Take a breath, turn our voice on, and let the air escape out. Eh. It's just a quick bit of voice with air coming out. Eh. Eh. Okay, it's your turn to go and find a mirror. Make sure your mouth is this shape. Take your breath in, turn your voice on, and just let that air out with the voice on. Eh.
It's time to pause the video and go and find a mirror to practice making the sound eh. Eh is the first sound in words like elephant, egg, envelope, and exercise. Point to the word that begins with our new phoneme eh. Is it egg or cap? Eh for egg. Cot or elephant? Tree or elbow? Empty or car? Pizza or exercise? Excited or sad? Our new phoneme is eh. Don't forget to print out this new phoneme poster and add it to your sound wall. Our first activity is listening for the first sound in words. For example, the first picture is an egg. Egg. What is the first sound? Is it eh, or h? When you know which sound it is, put a circle around it. After this activity, it's time to count phonemes in words. There will be a list of words underneath this lesson. When you have finished your activity with counting words, it's time to write your very own sentence. You will need your phoneme tiles and your tricky word cards. Make a sentence, make sure you check for capitals and full stops, and make sure there are spaces between your words. When it is correct, you can write it down. If you are still looking for something to do after your sentence writing, you can read any of the books from our Aussie Decodable Readers Set 1. Enjoy your activities and I'll see you next week. Bye.